Jalen Rose, Saturday night, Dallas, Texas. Luka Doncic had a coming out party. They were hosting the Rockets. Luka Doncic went on a personal 11-0 run to beat the Rockets. After the game, his head coach, Rick Carlisle, was asked about it, and here's what he had to say about the amazing performance of Luka.
It's pretty clear that he's got a flair for the moment. He's unafraid. You know, it's a unique 3 or 4 minutes, whatever he put together there. And I'd say that, you know, the guy is a terrific player, terrific young player who's getting better all the time.
Jalen Rose, this was a moment. This was a moment. Luka's coming out party. In Dallas, they're screaming, Hallelujah! Jalen, what did you see from Doncic, and what do you think this means for him moving forward?
Well, I'll tell you a couple of things that he has that have not been acknowledged. He can shoot with range. He has a handle. He's tall and can play multiple positions. And his step-back three-pointer, he's made more points on that shot than everybody in the league except LeBron James and James Harden. Wow. That's his money move. Research. And so when you see him getting switched on by Capella, that's his money. And so I appreciate somebody so young in their career actually having go-to shots, and playing professionally for so very long overseas clearly helps his level of seasoning so earlier in his career. And Rick Carlisle being one of the best coaches in the game, they're nurturing a guy that has unlimited potential.
He does have so much potential, but he's not alone in this rookie class. There have been some really impressive performances from what I think is one of the best classes that we've seen in a long time. What have you seen from these rookies?
I appreciate the young fellas coming in doing work. Ayton was #1 overall. Jaren Jackson also won the lottery playing for a surprising Memphis team. Bridges has been doing things like that for Charlotte. Obviously Sexton with the Cavs. Bagley has played quality minutes. So this rookie class probably doesn't have the explosion type players that we saw last year in Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum. But I'll tell you what, the depth of this class has been truly impressive.
It really has. And one thing that we said last week, I'm going to say again, don't sleep on Jaren Jackson Jr. Not the biggest name, not the sexiest game, but he does so much. He hits threes. He's got like 1.9 blocks a game, I want to say. Like, this rookie class has been really, really impressive, not just because of the athleticism and the highlights that you get from like a Miles Bridges, but just their knowledge of the game. Like you mentioned, Luka Doncic's step back. A step back three like that is usually something that young players develop later on in life, and he came into the league with it. This rookie class has been so impressive, but I'm going to go negative because that's what I like to do, Jalen Rose. One thing that's being overshadowed in this whole Luka Doncic 11-0 run is the Rockets kind of stink. The Rockets, I believe they're 11-13 right now. They were the ones who fell victim to Doncic at the end of that game. How bad is it for the Rockets right now?
They were victim to the rookies, as you mentioned. And we didn't even mention Trae Young and Wendell Carter in Chicago. But with that being said, the Rockets, their defensive tenacity is just non-existent. And in the offseason, when you re-sign CP3 and you re-sign Clint Capella and James Harden is the reigning MVP, you expect to build on that when you're holding on to Eric Gordon. And then you realize there's some holes in your team because you lost Trevor Ariza, you lost Ba Mute, and so you try to bring Carmelo in, and at that point, Daryl Morey lost the offseason. When you look deeper into their roster, they just don't have experienced players that you can rely on and or young talent that can consistently be productive. So for that squad, if it does not make a major move to upgrade where it's weak, they're going to struggle not only to make the playoffs, but they won't get closer at all to the goals that they have of upending the Golden State Warriors.